Hello guys, hope you're fine. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It comes to you as usual by the name Street Genius Channel. I take this time first and foremost to thank all of you who have been subscribing and even for the positive comments in the comment section. I also take this opportunity to thank you, and please hit the subscription button, support this channel, let us grow together as usual. Now today, the objective of this video, I want us to ponder about communication. I want us to talk about communication and what are the tips or what are the points to always have when you're communicating. As you all understand that communication is a key ingredient in all life aspects. Talking about all life aspects, we have our marriages, we have our relationships, we have our workspaces, we have our careers, we have even employment. In each and every step, you must always communicate, and you must always have a good communication to always succeed in all these aspects. Now, over time, I've realized as a person that we fail most of the time in our life interactions because of poor communication. So the objective of this video I'm shooting today is to just highlight a few issues that I understand about communication that might assist most of us out here. I mean, you want to apply a job, you're attending a meeting, you're going for an interview, you're talking to your friends in the woods, you're interacting with different sets of people. What are the quick tips to always have when you're communicating to make you a good speaker, to make you talk to people, to make people attracted to you? So today, let's talk about communication and what are some of the tips that we should always have when you're communicating. There are only 5 tips, then I give a wrap-up and leave you. The first tip that I've always learned is always be a good listener. As a speaker, or when you're talking to people, when you're communicating, be a good listener to the parties that you're talking to. Now, remember, when you're communicating, you're not communicating to yourself. Most of the time when you're out there, you're interacting with different people, you are trying to put forward an information that maybe they don't understand or they want to understand it much better. So, to be a good communicator or a speaker for that matter, try to listen more than you're talking. Listen to these people, listen to their ideas, listen to their interjections, listen to the criticisms that they have about what you're talking about. And at the end of the day, you'll always have a common understanding. You put forward your views, but also you understand their point of view, because we are different, we have different ideas, we have different belief system. Each and every person has a different exposure. Maybe you're exposed in a different environment. Maybe you understood it differently from how I understood it. So to be a good communicator, have a good listening bit. Be a good listener and you'll always make it better when you're communicating. Number 2, in communication, try to be flexible. Flexibility is also a key when you want to be a good speaker or when you're talking to different set of people, when you're in a boardroom, when you're in a meeting, when you're talking to a different audience, because maybe you're in a given set or you're coming from a different tribe, a different community. Remember, when you're speaking before people or when you're communicating with people in different arenas, you're talking to people from different belief systems, you're talking to people from different roots, you're talking to different people from different tribes. Try to be flexible. When you're flexible, you'll understand a Muslim, you'll understand a Christian, you'll understand an Indian, you'll understand someone from Mijikenda, you'll understand someone from Kikuyu, you'll understand someone from Kamba culture, and many other tribes when you're flexible. So when you're flexible, a lot of people from different belief system and even traditions will be attracted to you because you are flexible, you are understanding them from their different point of belief system or from different cultures. So a good communicator or a good speaker will always understand people, and so that is flexibility. Try to be flexible and understand people from their sources, from their origins. So be a good listener. Number 2, be flexible. And then number 3, avoid asking personal questions. To communicate well, to interact with people well, to have very good interpersonal skills or intrapersonal skills for that matter, Avoid asking personal questions when you're communicating. When you're communicating, avoid personal questions. A question that will ponder into someone's emotions, a question that will touch someone's consciousness. Avoid those questions because people will tend to view you as very boring. You're tapping into someone's belief system. You are tapping into someone's tradition. You are asking someone about why he believes in a certain, or why he's doing a certain thing in a certain way. Maybe he has grown up in a certain tribe or a certain culture or tradition that favors him or her to behave that way. So avoid personal questions. Put the information what you're putting forward, and just sit, and people will understand you. But when you are so personal, you become boring to the set of people or the type of people you're talking to. So avoid personal question unless it is necessary, and then you'll be a good speaker. Number four, try to maintain a good eye contact. Try to maintain a good eye contact when you're communicating with people. Having a good eye contact is a sign that you're interested in whatever point you're putting forward. You have an interest, you have a focus in whatever you're communicating. When you don't have a good eye contact, in the same token, you lose the audience. You'll tend to lose the audience when you don't have a good eye contact. And then remember, genetically, as humans, we are created naturally. We have a focus of at least 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes, then we tend to switch off. When you're talking to people, you'll always realize in a boardroom or in a meeting, or maybe you're on a podium, you're speaking to people. People will always have your focus from 15 to 30 minutes. So when you have a good eye contact, also try to be brief and precise. Put the information within the first 15 to 30 minutes. Use that time frame to relay your information. And then you'll have the people's concentration, your information, what you're putting forward will be heard, will sink into their minds. But within the first 15 to 30 minutes. So have a good eye contact and then be brief and precise when you're communicating. Then you'll be a good communicator. Maintain a good eye contact. Lastly, the last point, I decided to put this as the last point because it wraps the entire points I've been talking about. The last point is always have a smiling face when you're communicating. A smiling face is complimenting not only to you, but also to the people you're communicating to. Always smile. Try to smile. It wins people's heart. It makes people attracted to you. Mostly for some of us who are in the sales industry, some of us who have ventured into the sales industry, you're interacting with your clients, you're closing deals, you're closing sales, you're trying to bring your deals together so that your clients can, sink into whatever products you have so that they can buy from you. You'll always realize that when you smile, you tend to attract your clients. Your clients tend to understand you much better. They want to understand your product. If it's a product you are selling, it's always better you greet them with confidence and also smile. Smile is a winning combination for all these points I've been talking about. Being flexible, being a good listener. In the same token also, combine it with smiling. Smiling makes the day for each and every person because a lot of us have pressures, a lot of us are stressed. So when you greet someone and you smile, maybe you'll never know you've relieved them from a certain pressure, a certain stress that they had. So smiling always wins. Smiling is a good ingredient for any speaker, for any person communicating, whether you're in a meeting, you're in an interview, where necessary, you could smile. It touches people's emotion when you smile. It makes people be attracted to you. Mostly, when you're in the sales industry, this is a point for you to really note and to really ponder. That was my time for this topic, communication. Hope we all understood. Let me get your subscriptions. Let me get your positive comments. Let us teach one another about this, and we can always talk about it sometimes later. I thank you for your subscription. I thank you for your comments. Continue subscribing to this channel. It comes to you by the only name, Street Genius.